Hey, what's going on, y'all? Welcome to the short video where we'll be breaking down a case study of a brand that we took from damn near literally zero to now doing consistent six-figure monthly run rate. Also play some clips directly from the founder and CEO of the company so you can hear firsthand from him how working with us transformed his entire business. We'll break down what exactly we did. I'll show you a little bit behind the scenes of the ads that we're currently running, the ROI that he's currently getting. I'll even show you how busy his calendar is. So let's dive right in. I'm excited to show you guys. This has been a pretty exciting case study. It's been 8 months in the making, and like I said, 8 months ago when we came into this guy's brand, he had literally absolutely nothing. Was doing one-on-one coaching, and we were really just looking for a case study in this industry, as well as personally we have interest in wanting to learn from our clients that we also help. So just so you know a little bit of background about SGP, we partner with some of the world's best personality brands that have impactful, ethical offers that we feel like we can confidently scale to $1 million a month. Every brand that we partner with has to be an offer that actually helps change people's lives. So before I dive in, if you have a brand that you want to scale to $1 million a month, you've already validated the offer, you have an effective sales process, and you're just looking for the right growth partner to take your brand past $1 million a month, go ahead and click the link in the description where you can schedule a call directly with my business partner and I to jump on a casual conversation via Zoom, where we'll see how we can actually help your brand. We'll also probably reveal some bottlenecks that's potentially standing in your way of where you are now in additional revenue inside of your business. So let's dive right in. A little bit of background about this company. Pedro here helps Amazon resellers scale their stores past 7 figures. He's been doing this for about 7 years. By no means does he need any of the money that he's getting through this coaching program. However, this is more of his passion project. He's done over $15 million in sales on Amazon, and he's seen a real flaw in the industry with how Amazon is taught. So many gurus teaching private label, dropshipping, none of which are working. Amazon resells literally sourcing branded items at a certain price and reselling on Amazon for a profit. And obviously there's certain strategies involved, but once you understand the gist of it, it's the simplest, lowest risk business model to get started selling on Amazon. And if you already have an existing resale store, Pedro can definitely help you scale that. So this is why this program is so powerful, along with the community that he's got attached. So what we've done over the last 8 months, when we first came in, like I said, we showed him this thing called the offer triangle, which, by the way, if you've never seen this document, it'll also be attached in the description below. Go ahead and get that and go through it so you can actually read and understand how powerful this tool is. Long story short, though, the way that this offer triangle works is over the years of us consulting brands, no matter the revenue level, whether you're doing 10K a month, 100K a month, $1 million a month or more, we've noticed that after a certain point, if you cannot continue scaling, it's because there's a disconnect somewhere between your audience, offer, and messaging. If you have a good offer, but you don't know who it actually helps, which is not very common, then you likely don't understand how to articulate your offer to that specific type of person. More common than not, you have a good audience in mind, you probably have some sort of decent offer, but your messaging is just off, so you're not able to articulate that offer to that audience so that they can actually buy. So anyways, we came in, we dialed all of this in, who we're trying to serve, how we're serving them, and how we articulate that to this audience so that we can eventually go ahead and build out the assets. Now, we built out this simple landing page, which you might at first glance look at this and say, this is very, very basic, Akram. Well, here's the reality, guys. Landing pages like this with just a headline, a video, and a call to action that would take you to the next page, which is usually the application. In this case, we embedded the application right before right below the VSL. These landing pages convert the best. You might think a sexy page with long form copy, testimonials, etc. converts good, but to be honest, you're just distracting your prospect. And so these types of landing pages work the best. They've had hundreds of millions of dollars in ad spend put through them. They've generated hundreds of millions, if not billions of dollars through our network that we run with as marketers. So we know that this works at a very high level. Trust me when I say that. So we help them dial in the VSL using one of our VSL frameworks, which if you have a question about if your VSL is good or not, go ahead, feel free to DM me on Instagram. Would be more than happy to take a look and see if we can help dial you in. We also have frameworks that I will not link in the description below, just because we reserve those for certain brands that we have interest in. But if your brand is something that we have interest in, feel free to DM me and I'll be more than happy to send you over that resource. Anyways, after dialing in this VSL, we went ahead and directed Pedro on what type of ad scripts to film. Pretty much started with just direct response. Now we believe a lot more in content first advertising strategies where we'll pump cold audiences with really solid ad creators that will frame them around what our offer is, remove any objections, and then retarget them with a call to action, which is just a direct response ad. Now, in this case, I'll show you here inside of the ads manager. Just this month, we've spent about $7,800 in Canadian, just because Pedro is based out of Canada. If you do the math, that's $5,700 in US, and he's generated over 87 book calls this month alone. If you do the math, that's $435,000 at a 5K offer in book calls. Average call price is $90, which if you do the math, that's $66 US. So, you know, your average high ticket book call is somewhere between 50 on the very low end, upwards of $150, $200. So we are absolutely crushing results in terms of the price per call and the amount of calls that we're getting. I'll even show you here the calendar. You know, this is just for tomorrow. He's got many calls on the calendar. Tuesday, many calls on the calendar. We just onboarded a couple closers today as well to continue scaling his sales organization. Now, I want to show you a little bit inside of the program. Like I said, when we came in, this guy had literally nothing, was doing one-on-one coaching. We actually even instructed him on a course outline. We helped him understand how to deliver this transformation in the least amount of effort possible with the highest leverage. So we helped consult him on actually putting together this entire course. Of course, him as the Amazon expert came up with the actual modules, but we kind of let him realize, like, hey, we need to teach the foundations, the operations, scaling, certain applicable, you know, lessons on how to source products efficiently, how to get funding for people who are after a certain level. They need to know how to get funding, etc. So anyways, help them put this all together. This is essentially the program. The private community is here in Telegram. You'll notice just in the last day, there's 79 messages. Pedro's pretty involved in here. So rather than giving people direct access to him, he just jumps in every now and then, and you'll notice he'll answer questions. But the benefit is students also help other students, which is why we teach community is really the biggest value in any high ticket program. We really put an emphasis on community. So aside from that, why SGP? So why Strategic Growth Partners works so well with high ticket brands, taking them to the next level? Well, it's because we align incentives with the end result that our clients want. They want to make more money. Our incentive, we come in, we work on a base fee, usually 5 to 10K a month. We take 15 to 25% profit share of any trackable revenue that we directly generate. And we also take a very minor equity stake in the company so that we have long-term incentives to build your company to hopefully one day sell. And so with that said, it works so well because most marketers will just charge you a retainer and their only incentive is to just keep you as long as possible. Whereas, you know, 5 to 10K to us doesn't really mean anything. Our real incentive is we only partner with 10 brands and we want to get every brand to $1 million a month, to where our revenue pays us out a net 100K a month per account so that our agency can do $1 million a month off only 10 accounts. And so with that said, I think that our business model is really, really aligned with the incentives of our clients and goals because we get involved in sales, we get involved in operations, we get involved in creative direction, we get involved in knowledge and skill transferring into the CEO as well as their team's organizations. We get involved in any area because if there's a bottleneck that doesn't allow us to generate more revenue, we have to solve that. So for example, I'll even play a little clip. We jumped in the other day. It was about 6:30 p.m. I stayed on a call with Pedro till 9:45 p.m. training their organization on sales because I knew if we didn't help them solve this bottleneck in their sales process, they wouldn't close more deals, and so we wouldn't make as much money as we want to make in terms of profit share. So sat down with him, did a bunch of sales training. We rewrote a sales framework that his sales organization could use, and immediately he closed the next deal, the following deal, and since then has been closing an average of 1 to 2 deals a day, which is on track for 150K plus per month. And we actually just onboarded 2 more closers so we can dial ad spend and start doing 300, 400, 500K a month. With that said, I actually just want to play a clip here from Pedro directly. So I asked him if he would recommend our sales training, and here's what he had to say. Those companies that have sales teams that are having struggled closing deals, what would you recommend? How would you recommend this type of training for them?
Oh man, after being on this call, like I'm gonna put myself through the training. That's one thing, and it's expensive. It's like 10 grand. So I'll do it. I think that you need to get people to really learn this methodology because if you don't, you're just getting lucky if you're getting a sale, right? So I've closed.
So the next clip I wanted to play is in terms of ad spend. When we filmed this video at the time about a week ago, we only spent about $6,000 or so, and I just wanted you to hear in terms of revenue generated, the potential with how little ad spend we're generating, or how little ad spend we're spending in relation to how much revenue is being generated. You're talking a couple $1,000s turned into $250,000, which is just insane. But I mean, this is just the power of what I think Strategic Growth Partners is building. Like any company that needs to understand how to drive traffic and convert and close deals benefits from us because it's not just in the media buying process, but it's from the whole business, like refining your messaging, generating the customers, and we go step above and beyond to teach these company sales teams how to actually close deals.
Akram, I think there's more to it. Like you guys, for my case, you doubled, if not tripled, my asking price, and I didn't even think it was possible. And I actually started closing more at the triple cost. Yeah, man, like the entire process that you guys have taken me through, it's really quite unbelievable, and it's making me realize the bottlenecks that I'm facing now. Because if we close this dude tomorrow, I'm just gonna say throw another $5,000 in ad spend. Guess what's gonna happen? The pipeline's gonna go to $1 million.
Yeah. So it's funny because, like I said, not only do you benefit by having us as your, paid advertisers and marketers, you benefit in so many areas. Like we doubled or tripled the price of Pedro's offer, and he's closing more deals. And even at 5K, we're about to jump to 7.5 or 10K next. We get involved in helping him refine the offer, provide more value, add value, and we're always looking for ways to improve. We're looking at where the lowest hanging fruit is in your entire company. So whether it's, hiring like today, 2 more closers, whether it's, hey, let's bring on a COO so that you have real systems, really high level talent, and scale this company to the next level. Next thing though, I just wanted to play Pedro's first impression when we came to him was very skeptical in how confident we were in our ability to scale this business. But I'll show you, like I already showed you here. Look at how much book calls he's getting, which can easily be doubled or tripled. So we're talking every single day over 50K in potential revenue. Obviously, your average close rate is 20 to 30. A really high level closer would close at 50 to 70%. So you're talking anywhere between 20 to 50K, like 20 on the low end, 10 to 25 to 40K even in revenue generated every single day, which can easily be doubled or tripled as long as we have the foundations in place, which is why us as growth partners, we're not just here to drive traffic and say, hey, you guys got to figure it out. No, like we're hungry to make $1 million months happen. So we're building the infrastructure to support that, right? Because we can't just continue scaling ad spend if Pedro cannot actually have his company support this ad spend and the sales volume. So here's what he had to say as far as his first impression with us.
Crazy, man. Like when you guys started talking to me about filling my calendar, I kind of didn't believe you. I was like, yeah, whatever. But I was like, if they do a quarter of what they say they can do, I'll be happy. And you've over-delivered, which is crazy. Like I just got another book call.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny, even on this interview, like Pedro was still getting more deals coming in, and his setters and closers were jumping on and closing deals literally while we were doing this interview. It's 9:45 p.m. You can see the time right there, 9:49 p.m. But yeah, we're really optimistic, honestly, about what we got going on here. I'll even play a little clip about what he thinks going forward. Bottom line, how are you feeling?
Good, man. I feel very positive about the future. I'm a little concerned about the bottlenecks because but they're good problems to have, right? These are problems that I can solve for. But yeah, no, I'm more than happy with what's going on with the entire customer acquisition system, and of course the upcoming need to grow a sales team. I never thought it would be possible, not this quickly.
So yeah, what's funny is like Pedro literally, I mean, us included, we did not even see that in 8 months we would go from this project that we took on for a case study to now being this thing that's doing multiple 6-figure months potentially and getting ready to scale up so fast to hopefully doing 7-figure months here in the near future. So I'll also play a little bit more in depth about SGP's mission. I already had told you we want to align with ethical brands. Or even just play this little clip from the interview because I think I articulated it a little bit better. But here's what SGP is really all about. I mean, super glad we're able to build this together. This is exactly what Strategic Growth Partners is out on a mission to do. Partner with brands that are already doing 6 figures a month or so, and we try to take them to $1 million and beyond, as long as they understand how to have an effective sales process, they have a good leader, and it's actually an offer and a product that actually helps people, and the people behind the brand actually want to help these people, and it's not about just money here. So I think what we're building is a portfolio of companies that's very impact driven, and we all want to make a big difference in this world. So we'll be excited to see how this case study unfolds. And I'll also just kind of wrap this up with some final words from Pedro. I'll skip over this part because I already kind of explained what we did with them, so you guys have an understanding of, we pretty much came in here, built out the entire program for him to transition him out of one-on-one into having a high leverage ability to help many people. Because again, his main goal was, I want to help many people, but I don't want to, take up all of my time. So this is a leverage way for him to help many people, as well as, enjoy making money in the process. So we helped him build the program. We also helped him build the minimum viable assets that's necessary to drive traffic and convert. We even went as far as to build the entire sales pipeline, an active campaign, set things up. Like here's just something so you guys can see, like just this week, upcoming week, we got over $205,000 in book calls. There's also another $20,000 in potential revenue that just came in today that submitted an application that the setters will have to get in touch with. And here there's another $210,000 in people that just need to be contacted and nurtured. So right now, what I just showed you is you're looking at over $250,000 or so in potential revenue just for this week if we had good closers. Obviously, no one's going to close at 100%. I'm not going to sit here and bullshit you on that, but roughly I would say about 20% close ratio. This can easily be a $75,000 a week or so. And if we continue scaling that, very soon that will be $100,000 weeks or beyond. So I'll play some final words from Pedro, and then I'll kind of wrap this up for you guys. Any final words?
No, guys, keep it up. I'm a big fan. Like I said, I never thought in a million years that it would be this successful this quickly. So
yeah, sweet. So long story short, appreciate you guys watching this case study. Hope you got some value. Again, if you're a brand doing around 100K a month and you feel like you have an ethical offer that helps thousands of lives, go ahead and schedule a time to speak with us below. We'd love to chat with you, see what your bottlenecks are, what you need to do to continue scaling, whether or not we're a good fit to partner with each other. We just always enjoy connecting with ethical brands that have an impact-driven offer. So look forward to chatting with any of you brands. Again, thanks for watching this video. Hope you got some value out of this case study. Feel free to go ahead and DM me on Instagram at @theakramnasri or my business partner at Spencer White. Either of us would always like to answer questions, add value for any questions that you have. So again, hope you found value in this case study, and peace out.